think I've got away with that. The beauty of doing this with acrylic is I find, of course, it fixes the drawing, so it shouldn't smudge too much, and yet I can still see it for painting over. Also, of course, the yellow is good for the background anyway, because I want to put a pale yellow background on, which sort of suggests the sunlight on the day itself coming through the leaves of the trees. I'll be adding blues to make this more green, but I want to try and keep the lightness, the brightness of the scene. So I'll just finish this off. You can see there I've got a bit of a smudge. Okay, so I'll continue doing this and I'll catch you later. Right, okay, so you can see I've just covered the painting with a thin layer of light lemon yellow acrylic, diluted acrylic. I'll let that dry and then I can start thinking more about adding some more colour and more detail. Right, so here we are. Well, I'm just mixing some mauve and yellow, varying it a little bit and colouring in the tree. It gives a nice sort of interesting colour to underpaint the tree in, and can often look quite realistic and interesting as a highlight. You'll see that later on when I paint in some darker detail over this. But here we are, just blocking in. A little bit more speeded up, showing you me putting the lines in with a slightly finer brush. Just to get the detail caught before it disappears. And it's already starting to look interesting. But you've got to imagine a lot of these branches will be black or very dark. Just be little bits of the underpaint to show. And now for the ground, using a bit of pink here. The leaves are very pale brown and it's quite a light coloured leaf strewn floor, very pale. So I'm starting by just using this colour. That'll be a path disappearing in the distance. I'll work on this a little bit more. I'm just blocking in again. This is the line of where the ground meets the vegetation, so this is a bit of a clearing where the trees growing. Okay, so I've just got a slightly larger brush and just adding some more texture to the ground. I'll We'll mix some green in a moment. Oh, there we go. And start to indicate the vegetation on the ground. Around the tree itself, it's pretty bare soil, well, leaf-coloured soil. The vegetation starts to grow as we get away from the tree. And here I'm just colouring in the background behind the tree very quickly. Not being too bothered about painting over the tree branches, as you can see here, because I know I'm going to go over those with a darker colour. So now I'm trying to get a feeling of the edge of the little glade here, and it's quite dark, so I'm just mixing a darker colour. And very quickly adding in some dark branches. Okay, so here is the finished painting. I could add a few more twigs, especially at the top, because it was very crowded at the top. But for the purposes of the painting, I think that's probably enough. The use of the sort of mauve red to paint the tree trunks was useful because you can see it adds form. I've used some black detailing to sort of indicate the sinuous nature of the trunks, and the undercoat comes through as a rather nice bark effect. The leaves near the top of the picture, I've added slightly darker green. The dark green leaves on the left hand side are holly leaves. The leaves in the distance are just ordinary tree leaves, and I've tried to indicate a very busy wooded background seen with faint vertical lines. So, hope you like it. That's me done for another day. Happy painting.